Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Joffice. This week we are working from what we call the Jassel, if you haven't followed us, because it is about 110 degrees consistently in Las Vegas, and our AC unit was vandalized this last week. So it's really hot in the office right now. So we're all working from home. As you can see, we've got our game library behind us, and that is what it is. So it's hot in Las Vegas, but anyway, welcome to this week's episode of the Joffice.
Hey, UFS community. Might be a surprising face for some people, but I'd like to say hi to all my friends and say hello to all the new UFS players who might not know me. But my name is Sean Canaday, and after several years, I am returning to Jasco Games, and I am going to be in charge of and running and revamping the scouting program. And to not only emphasize tournament organization, but also put a heavy emphasis on demoing and recruiting new players into the UFS community. I will have more information in the next coming week, so I'll be looking forward to sharing some of my plans and ideas with y'all on the website. That's pretty much all I have for now, and we'll say I hope you enjoyed not checking twos, Garrett.
Hey everybody, Luke here. You're probably tired of hearing me talk about this, but I need Gen Con volunteers. And I'm going to keep needing Gen Con volunteers because there's a lot of stuff to get done at Gen Con, and I need a lot of volunteers. So if you want to be a Gen Con volunteer, just email me at luke@jascogames.com, and I'll send you all the relevant information, and we'll get that all squared away. Also, if you have a store that currently doesn't stock UFS that you want to stock UFS, simply leave a comment on this video with the store's name and their information, and we're going to randomly select one of those stores to send a bunch of 2-player turbo boxes to help them get started with the game for free. So, yeah, post your store. It'll be great.
Hello everybody, welcome to UFS Corner. This week I want to talk about Surprise Reunion. There was a player from Indianapolis who sent me a message, and he said, "Hey Shane, I was watching some of the UFS Corner videos on the Joffice, and at the end of one you said that Surprise Reunion is a lot better than people give it credit for. And can you go into detail why?" So I gave him some examples as to why Surprise Reunion is a very good card, and I figured I would just share that with everybody. So Surprise Reunion says, response remove. After a non-character ability is played, you cancel its effects. And then you cannot play any more enhance or responsibilities for the rest of this turn. And that line of text is what scares a lot of people off of playing this card, because as soon as you play Surprise Reunion, you can't play any more abilities for the rest of the turn. So you're basically helpless after you play this. So it's a very skillful card to use, and it needs to be used in the right situation. So let's go over some examples of why Surprise Reunion is good. So there are two very popular hand trap cards. There's Revoke, which cancels enhances, and then there is Out of Your League, which cancels responses. Now, Surprise Reunion does both. It's basically both of these cards combined into one, and it has a high block, whereas these cards don't have blocks. So Revoke is very powerful because you can win the game by canceling their game-winning enhance. Like if they play an enhance that is going to win them the game, you can just revoke it and stop it. And that works on both offense and defense. Surprise Reunion does the same exact thing, but you can't play enhances or responses for the rest of the turn. So you want to cancel their game-winning play with Surprise Reunion. The same thing can be said with Out of Your League. If this card cancels any response, well, if your opponent has a game-winning response that's going to either help them survive or kill you, you can just cancel it with Out of Your League. Again, the same thing can be said with Surprise Reunion. And these are reasons to play Revoke and Out of Your League, which means it's reasons to play Surprise Reunion. Now here's the thing that puts this card on an entirely new level. So there's a couple things. You have Out of Your League, which cancels responses, and then Revoke, which cancels enhances, but Surprise Reunion can cancel forms. It can even cancel first forms like Self-Destruct. So that's something that neither of these cards can do, but Surprise Reunion can do. So this card can cancel enhances, responses, and forms, as long as it's not on a character. So let's give a couple examples as to where Surprise Reunion is very strong. The first one, let's say you're playing against a reversal deck, and you poke for damage or easy momentum or anything like that. They block and then they reversal you. Well, you can cancel the reversal with Surprise Reunion, and then they don't get to attack you on your own turn. Now it says you can't play any more enhance or responsibilities for the rest of the turn, but you can just build foundations like you normally would anyways. So you cancel the reversal, they lose an attack, and you just build foundations. Another example, let's say they have a game-winning attack like Allure-phobia. That's a very popular one. They use the enhance and they double the damage, and it's about 36 damage or whatever. You can actually cancel the enhance with Surprise Reunion just like you can revoke. But here's the thing. Those decks usually play out of your league to cancel anything that stops their game-winning play. So you Surprise Reunion their Allure-phobia enhance, they out of your league your Surprise Reunion. Here's the thing, you can use a second copy of Surprise Reunion to cancel their out of your league. And now they need a second copy of out of your league to even cancel your Surprise Reunion. And that's something that revoke can't do. If you revoke their game-winning play and then they out of your league, you revoke, you cannot play revoke to out of your league because revoke doesn't cancel responses, it only cancels enhances. But since Surprise Reunion cancels anything, you can actually use a second copy to cancel their out of your league. So that's two examples as to how Surprise Reunion is very good, but at the end of the day, this card cancels anything. It cancels forms, enhances, and responses. So this card is super powerful, and not a lot of people are playing it. I think one of the reasons why is because, as I said, people get scared of this because after you play this, you can't play any more abilities. But Surprise Reunion is a more skillful card than Revoke and Out of Your League, and I think that's why a lot of people don't play Surprise Reunion.
Hey everybody, just a few reminders for this week, or so I guess it's this coming week. So this coming Thursday, July 5th, I will be doing a show match, a boss battle with Keenan Meadows over Skype and Twitch, I guess. It could be either direct Skype to Skype, actual cards being played, or we'll be playing over Octagon, depending on what logistically works. So be sure to follow our Twitch channel at Jasco Games, and Keenan will also be streaming it on his Twitch channel, so be sure to check that out. Secondly, just another reminder, the Mortal Kombat pre-release is coming up on July 20th, so be sure to get your orders in and take part in the pre-release. The release is the following weekend, so we hope to see you guys at some of those pre-release events, and we'll see you next week on the Joffice.
Shane, we're going to start recording this episode of The Joffice real quick.
All right.
Wait, no you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
You didn't talk about Self-Destruct yet.
$20.